indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for the great city of Barling, Arkansas. Please, the business that we do here tonight, please watch over all of the board members as we make decisions tonight and discuss the city's business. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. All righty, welcome everybody. Howdy, 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 howdy. All righty, let's do a roll call.
Aaron Rowe, John Manus.
Here.
Pancho Davis.
Here.
Marsha Parker.
Here.
Ken Cauley.
Here.
Bill Young.
Here.
Ron Sherrill.
Yeah, here.
All righty, we got a quorum. So everybody looked at the minutes from July 14th. We'd like a motion to approve those minutes as written.
Make the motion, July 14th, Board of Directors minutes be approved as printed.
And we have a second. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed by the same. The ayes have it. All righty. Anybody from the public like to talk about anything on the agenda? No? All righty. So we have no unfinished business. We have no new business. So let's go straight to department head reports. Mr. Joe, how's everything going? Is it hot outside?
It's hot. So for the month of June, nothing out of the ordinary. A lot of overgrown. Had a lot of rain during the month of May and June, and we're still fighting that. Hopefully this heat wave will kill some of that off and we can catch up on that. That is the majority of the cases, just being overgrown properties.
All right. Any questions for Mr. Joe?
Just out of curiosity, what do? We drive down 8th Street quite a bit, and there's 2 or 3 houses on the left-hand side that in the ditch, they mowed their yard, but they didn't mow that ditch, and it's real high. How do you handle something like that?
I'll reach out to them and I will let them know that the responsibility goes all the way to the road.
Okay.
That won't be a problem.
So he brings that up, for me to bring this up, where we had the goats a year or two ago.
Yep.
That is still way overgrown,
Yes.
right back where it was.
Yes.
I thought we were going to be one and done, and these people understood that it was their responsibility to keep this cut down.
So when we initially did that, I did send out a notification letter where I handed it out to everybody along that route that did specifically state that we were going to do a one-time cleanup. We posted that, but obviously nobody has maintained their
The
areas.
grass next to it is cut real nice.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why they,
They're ready for a second one, Bill.
sir,
They're ready for a second cleanup.
Yeah.
got goats?
Yeah.
Well, let me say something about that. Here's the copy of the letter, okay? And then Joe's got the accumulation of pictures, and I've got the pictures of the ditch and everything that went on and when we went in, and I've got them in sequence and aerial photos for all you to look at, both before and after the goats. And basically, everybody over there has been told, but you got people that own both sides of that ditch. The lots extend. And with what I would describe as a total lack of civic pride, they stubbornly refused to go. And so I had a call the other day at quitting time that lasted about an hour. And I explained to these folks that, number one, the city cannot go on private property to clean. The only way you can do it is you have to have a project approved by the board to do it. You got a limited amount of money, which comes out of generally stormwater funds, which are slim and none. And I've got the aerial photos that prove and show. And if you'll go on to the computer and go to Google Earth, you can go back. Joe and I have looked at it, and you can look back, and we have identified at least 4 times we have cleaned this same ditch out to bare dirt. You got pictures of it, and I can tell you one of the guys is dead that worked on the original over there. And there's no substitute for getting them off their duff and getting them to do something. And we happen to have sewer through there is the reason that we cleaned it so we could get to the manholes. And that is the Bug Creek sewer, and it's been there for years. But I will just tell you in defense of Joe and going after it, I took more than I wanted to take, listening to people, and I told them the only way to do it is to prepare the letter and ask the board for a project. If we have money, then the board will consider it. But they need to get off and clean their own property.
Joe, so on that, on the backside, if we can see it, is it the same citation as if they're not cutting their front yard?
Yeah, I mean, if it's your property, and most of those lots do extend, and I think part of the issue on this, for whatever reason, I think it's just like most people put their fence on the close side of the ditch where most of them should know, but they just, for whatever reason, it's just easier that they don't even, have to cross the ditch or don't want to deal with it or whatever the situation may be. But 90% of those people have put the fence on the house side of the ditch.
On 8th Street, now those houses on 8th Street have been there long, on that creek all the way down through there now. Isn't that J Circle that's on the other side over there?
Yeah, J Circle, yes, sir.
And, now I know that we got some repeat offenders down through there it's not cleaning up.
Yeah.
It's awful, where we had the goats on the west end of
West of
Ninth
Ninth,
Street?
yeah.
Right.
it's
Oh,
just
yeah, I
awful. It's awful.
understand that. I
Yeah,
mean,
and y'all know initially we went all the way from J Street all the way to Fifth when we initially did that time. We did it in sections and we didn't do it all at once, but we broke it down and we made it all the way to Fifth at one point.
What's the process of when somebody's got an overgrown yard? What's the process? We send them a letter, hey, you need to mow this?
Well, first I give them the benefit of the doubt, and we initially go out and we'll be like, hey, hey, you got an overgrown property, try to take care of it. I try to do it verbally first if we can take care of it. If I don't get a response after that, then I'll send them either a written notice or some kind of letter. And then after that, then we just go to citation.
I think this is at a citation level now. I think if you would go through, look at the not H Street. Yeah, 9th Street, that bridge at 9th Street. If you look to the west and you look to the east, I think you should hit every house going down there, and with a letter explaining to them if you got to take care of that. If it's not, then we're going straight citation.
And we can do that. I mean, those letters have been sent out once, but I'm more than glad to
Y'all want to do it?
reaffirm that it is their responsibility before we do take some kind of action against it. Give
I
them
think that's the best way to deal with it.
Thank you.
All righty. Any other questions for Mr. Joe? No. Matt, how we doing today?
Doing good.
How's water?
Don't have much to discuss, really. Just trying to stay cool.
Trying to stay cool.
How's the subdivision, the new subdivision, how close are they on,
The water and sewer is done. Are you talking about
the
right
one
across
out
from the
across
park?
from the city park?
Yeah, the water and sewer got approved. We did the final walkthrough a couple of weeks ago. We're just waiting on them to build houses.
Good, good.
We
I
good on
don't have any applications for water taps or anything out there yet.
we good on meters? All right. Any questions for Mr. Matt? No? All right, Tommy, you're up.
All right, in the month of June, we had 12 fires, 77 medical, and 6 public service for a total of 95 runs. Average response was 1 minute, 55 seconds. Multiple calls at once. We did 2 calls at once 3 times for a total of 6 runs. And then we did 3 calls at once 1 time for a total of 3 runs. Out of city, we responded to Central City once on a medical, Vaca once on a medical, and actually were called to Fort Smith on a kitchen fire. Our in-house firefighter, our recruit school is going well. And Captain Brown and his wife had their new baby a week ago today. And everybody's doing well.
Good.
A lot of sleepless nights there, huh?
In the future.
All right, any questions for Tommy? No? What we got, Mr. Fuller? Chief?
Got, I'll start with traffic contacts. Total traffic contacts was 344. Out of that, there's 70 citations issued, 255 warnings, 19 vehicle accidents. On that, there was 4 DWI arrests, one of those was a DWI third offense, 6 warrants served out of the traffic, and 11 vehicle accidents, I mentioned that. There were 79 reports filed. Out of that, there was 23 arrests. And just a summary from those, there's like 5 drug-related investigations, 10 assist outside agencies, 8 domestic-related, and that's domestic battery, aggravated assault, simple assault. 3 sexual investigations. It was rape, sextortion, child pornography, 1 missing persons, and 2 deaths worked in June. And that's all I got.
How's staffing?
Good. We're full.
Good?
Yep.
You're full?
Yep.
Okay.
Everybody seems to be happy.
Nobody's cut any flock cameras down yet, have they?
Not yet.
Okay,
I'm
good.
waiting for somebody to start beating that drum.
Yeah, okay. Nobody needs to be messing with those. They are fine the way they are. All right, any questions for Chief? No? All right. Steve, it's all yours. City Administrator report.
Y'all got in your packet about the, to auction off the 2 Dodge Chargers who are 7 years old and gaining rapid earth. And, we'll be proud to see them go. And, that'll be coming up, and, we got it filed. I've got a couple of things that come up that, you would probably like. One, traffic count out here, the line is mismarked, okay, at this stoplight. And you can't go, we've got it working now, working on a bypass. We went and got the traffic counters. Joe has got them, and for y'all didn't hear the earlier commentary, but we're gonna put them up. You'll put them up just west of 7th Street. And that way, actually the 8th Street, and that way you'll get a loop. And people won't, there's only one way you can go up through there, and you'll get the count. I will tell you that the traffic count on that, on Church Street, since it's been decommissioned, is nothing. It's absolutely nothing. I know that the other thing, the alternative about a stop sign, placing in a stop sign out here, the deal is that the speed of the folks coming down 4th Street, 22 Highway is gonna have to be further reduced. It's 40 now, and I believe that 35 is gonna take it to get it down, because 35 is what you've got up in urban Fort Smith until you get below basically interstate. It goes to 40. It doesn't go to 45 till you get down here to just east of the Walmart interchange down here on Mazard Road.
Chief's gonna need to hire 3 more people just to sit there and write tickets all day long.
We'll pay for it in about 2 weeks.
We know that doesn't work.
Now the amount of revenue from speeding is nothing. The
So,
other,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
well, the other thing is, when you, no matter where you are, and Fort Smith's had this step was going on, a speed reduction. And, you know, you don't want to get a reputation of hiding out behind a dumpster or hiding behind a hedge or something like that. That's what happened here long way back when. You're better off if you're visible out there. And that's something about that makes them pucker up. It deters them. The thing is if you had the stop sign, it's no different than any other intersection going down through there. For too long, we've conceived that as the highway, and it's not the highway anymore. It's done. It's caution to think about that, but that is one thing that the traffic count is probably going to tell us exactly that if we get 400 vehicles a day, it'll be a great day.
What about putting a right turn only?
Well, that could be done, except that if there's no cross street to get out, you'd have to go all the way up to,
You'd have to come back around. And
come back
out
around
or
here,
whatever.
back around. If you did that, you'd come down around by John Manus's house, and then back around behind and come out down here on 3rd Street. The grocery store's that way, so I don't, you know, that's people's
Slow them
preference.
down and help a lot if you're gonna do a stop sign, but that's pretty dangerous out there.
The hardest thing is you get 4 cars up there, or 6 cars, and nobody can figure out that, you know, if you go, you have to walk up and rap on the window and say, pull up to that, pull out there, pull the nose of the vehicle, and you'll trip it.
Yeah.
But, you know, you have people that, you know, they're clutched like they're gonna be attacked any minute, and that's not the way it is.
Can we not just remark it?
I've talked to the highway department about it, and TJ and them hadn't got here to market. They have a crew that comes out of Little Rock.
But that'd be the cheapest and the
That'd
best
be,
way.
that'd be the cheapest.
Let's ask for that and then go from there.
Yeah,
Steve,
but
when I came up here, they had the door swung open on that.
they're up there looking at it right now, trying to figure
Yeah,
about
they're,
an
they're
end
up there
around.
working on it, but.
But this is the kind of thing that every time they've ever milled the highway out here and overlaid the highway, they've got into one of the traffic control cables, they've got into the ones that are now television controlled down there at, Strozier Lane. They milled it 2 or 3 times, and you get people that they don't know. They're lost. But anyhow, that's about where that is, and we're gonna put the traffic counter out as soon as we've got the guys that knew about it down there at Wapatiti. They've moved on, and so we're having to relearn again. The next thing is apartments, the duplexes that are planned out in Ebbing 82, and they are looked at, and the water, and I got an inquiry from one of the engineers about that, and said, would the city require the developer to extend the line further and connect at Painter Lane? And my answer is yes. And I've posted that to them, and I think it'll equalize the pressure. I know it will. And it'll also do one other thing. If you have something go wrong, you got valves on each end, you don't have to take a quarter mile to turn off stuff. You can get to it. So you'll need to know if you hear about that's what's going on with that one. The other thing, you've seen the parking lot out here, and I will tell you that based on the price that I got to pave the rest of that would be about $83,000 to $100,000. That's how much that paving costs. And it costs about,
Pay the rest of the parking
to
lot.
pave the rest of that lot would be about $83,000 more.
Make it all look pretty.
Yeah, but, and here's what the thing, it checks out to be, Megan and I did the calculations, it's about $40 a square yard for 3-inch paving, and that was milled out down to the base, and they came back with 3 inches of asphalt.
Well,
And we also found your favorite chug hole out here, we found the old curbs from the dates of 1950.
all that's great, but we still have a personnel problem with the fire department. And I don't think it's responsible for us to spend $100,000 on paving the parking lot when we need fire.
Same, it's different money.
What if we seal it?
Different money, huh?
Sealing and striping it? Seal the parking lot.
Seal it.
It's not been done.
Yeah, yeah, and a firehouse is not gonna change, Bill, and everybody that I've
I'm not
talked to.
talking about a fire department.
No, I'm talking about labor.
I'm talking about.
That's
yes,
what I'm
about
talking. It
employees.
ain't gonna happen until the general fund is the only source of the funding.
What money are we using to pay the parking lot with?
That's out of pavement money, Bill.
What?
Pavement money.
Like pennies for pavement?
Street.
I thought that
Street
was for
money.
streets, not private parking lots.
That's right. This lot out here was paid by the bank for their
That was
extension.
done by the First National.
I understand that, but I mean, going forward, we're gonna pay that. And that's
If we did. yeah.
If we did it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's why I say it's not, you need to know how much it really costs before you go tearing off and we're gonna do something. And at $40 a square yard.
I thought you were proposing to.
No.
do it. I'm sorry.
No,
he
no.
brought it up to me today and
Okay,
said, just, he was
I
afraid you all
misunderstood
would
you. I'm
ask
sorry.
him.
I thought we were talking about, yeah,
No.
We're not suggesting.
But that's basically what's there. The other thing that we have is up on the hill where they're gonna put the casino, and that's a joke down there. They have brought in for the duplexes up there, the layout for it, and I've looked at it, and they are going to have multiple entrances, which is for fire and control more than anything.
So I'm clear, we're talking about the section that they keep building up, down by Mazard Creek as you're coming up the hill on the south side?
No, that's not us.
Okay,
I'm
By
talking
the
about
pharmacy.
across from the pharmacy, where the old pharmacy was. That part, people don't understand that going down the hill, when you hit that first driveway on the left as you're going down, that's the city limits right there. And all that undergrowth and that's all Fort Smith. And, other than that, we're looking at the opportunity, and I checked with a vendor that I know real well about the old rescue truck that Tommy had over there, and I'm looking at possibility of selling the rescue pod, keeping the truck, putting a flatbed on it, and with an underslung toolboxes, so we can use it for the street department, because that truck is already paid for. It's a 2006 in terms of its attrition and its amortization. It's got, cash value's gone, okay? In 20 years.
gas or diesel?
Huh? It's gas. And so this is where I'm looking at, and if I can get a fair price or any kind of price for that aluminum camper shell on the back, then we'll have it go and use and get the truck modified, toolbox.
USDA may be interested in that.
I have my acquaintance is gonna check with several rural fire departments that look and need stuff. And that's one way, and that's the least way to affect the budget.
Good deal.
That's it.
All right, any questions for Steve? No, we'll go to announcements. Today I contacted the Fort Smith Public Schools, and I'm gonna be meeting with them about getting library card access for Fort Smith Library for the Barling students, and see if we can get something done with that.
You would have been able to do something that many other people have not been able to do, so.
Well, the last
Tip my
time
hat off to you if you
the
get it
the
done.
last time that we spoke, they were looking into putting some budget money over for that. So I'm gonna see if we can do a streamlined way of getting it done this time.
Great.
So we'll get that done. Anybody else have any other announcements? No? Anybody from the public like to say anything? Well, that leaves us with one last thing. Mr. Ron?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Got a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second? Second. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Folks, have a great day. Let's make Barling better.
Georgia was speeding out.